Credentials management is also important for large organizations. Multi-factor authentication is the key because the assumption is whenever a server is compromised, the user credentials will be revealed. In our previous steps, we have compromised a couple of systems. The first one was the client, our employee, the user, right here. And the second one was the Metasploitable server, which is 2008, right here. So what we see here is simply this data can be used to attack to Linux. So we can go to the session 7 and we can load the Kiwi and we could try to get credentials all. So we can reutilize these credentials against the Linux environment. Now we see that there are plain text users and servers. So we can see that this information could be useful. For example, domain is Metasploitable, the username is SSHD server, and this is Darling. And background, they are there. That can be used for us. And we have more things here as well. So if we use hashnav, we can also see the SAM files and hashes. If we correct them using John, that could also reveal some of the hashes. But we can always pass the hash using these hashes because they are NTLM hashes, not net NTLM. And we have also additional Mimikatz components. So we can use Mimikatz internally, but this should be quite important because Mimikatz or Kiwi components of Metaoperator, they're old, quite old. They are not same or similar to our .NET applications such as Sharpcats and the others. Simply, our executables are quite useful because they use actually Mimikatz itself, or we can dump the SS memory to work on it. Metaoperator doesn't have those features. So what we need to do is simply uploading the Sharpcats through the Metaoperator and then running it there and waiting for the results, whether or not it will work. So this may be another shot for us. So let's focus on this part. And our Patak service had these files. For example, Sharpcats was there. And Sharpcats can be uploaded. So we can use this one, for example, go to C and then upload our Sharpcats. And then opening a shell there. But Sharpcats may be still complaining because we don't know Sharpcats has issues. It simply says that run it using some parameters. I will use log on pass first. It failed. Let's try another one. For example, we can use Kerberos or MSV. The problem here is, unfortunately, maybe .NET, because .NET version must run and some of the features must be aligned as well. So we have different versions to apply here, such as better safety cas. We can try all of those until we reach the result. Of course, we touch the disk now, and of course, this is not a great move, but we also generate some IOCs for the blue team operators. So safety cas is another Mimikatz version. another clone. There are several different clones like that. And some of those are open source tools that you can get from the repositories. And some of those are unfortunately not. And they are used by threat actors, modified, and sometimes leaked. Safety cast. So we don't know how it will work. It worked without any extra parameters. So it dumped the information for us. So we can see whether or not there is additional juicy information, but not identified by metadata. So we see the memory, we still see the SSHD, and SSHD user is there. In addition, we have these systems and details, and this is background. And we have one. Credential manager has this user, Chewbacca row. This can be used for lateral movement as well. Actually, I liked it. That's why I will prefer to use that one. And in Linux stage, we can reutilize these credentials such as background or SSHD or this one. So we can see how it would go. Let's go back to Metaperator and our sessions.